Good evening Kenya, this is Kenya News Alert and I'm your host House of Zulfa. Karibu kwenye Sema Nasi Show, ambapo hapa wewe mwenyewe mtazamaji unatuambia yalokujiri yanayojiri karibu na wewe. And I say Juma Karim to my fellow Muslims. Namkaribisha my co-host take over.
Yes, this is Plains and Felix Andrew. I really welcome you back. And I hope this is now the moment we have to know what is going on, in our country, whereby our point and topic of the show is that Justin Muturi, one of the President Ruto ECS, is calling upon President Ruto over abduction. This is whereby he attended Lee funeral home, a program whereby they wanted to confirm what was going on there, and truly they came to understand what they saw. So I don't know what is maybe going to take place, but the fact is, let's hope that no more bodies are going to be found. Zulfa.
Yes.
I hope uko poa. You okay?
No, but tuendelee tu.
Oh, you're not okay?
Yeah, but you can continue.
It's okay. What maybe will you mind if you tell people about the program that Justin Muturi was trying?
Okay, so wajua
to do, yes.
Okay. Wajua bwana Muturi akiongea alisema ya kwamba yeye mwenyewe, sawa, when he's and I don't want to read something that he didn't say, so I'm going to go directly to what exactly he said. Sasa kumnukuu vibaya. Alisema, I was lucky to reach the president who ordered my son's release. But what about those who can't? Yeye anaweza kumpigia. And I remember I'm going to ask you to take it for a moment and then I'll be back with something.
It's okay.
Yes.
Guys, there is nobody who can support the death of another person, and there is nobody who can seriously. Thank you, Zulfa.
You're welcome.
That's why sometimes I don't diminish anyone, because everybody has got his or her own importance when it comes to teamwork. I was trying to say that nobody is proud to see somebody dying, and nobody at some point admires to see the death of someone else. But here we are now. Some of the death cases which we don't know are occurring in the country. I don't know, guys. These deaths, how can you interpret them? How can we come maybe as a team and, if possible, question ourselves on how we can deal with this issue? We don't like seeing anybody dying. We don't want anybody to disrespect any other person. Respect should be a basic action from one person to another, despite the age. Nimetamani sana kila mtu aishi kwa amani, bila kuchangia kwa kumtoa mwenzake uhai, bila kuona mwenzako akiperish, bila ku you can finish it by your own. But the fact is, some individuals are now dead, and as we said, death is not part of our lives. And truly, we are condemning death. we are condemning death completely.
Yeah, it is true.
We are condemning death completely. Zulfa,
Yes.
we condemn what?
You know, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that death is part of our lives, sawa, because when you're born, you know that you're gonna die someday. But these deaths and battles, they're just people are me according to me, I want to get really old. Like when I am 3,000 years old, that's when now nianze kugojeka kidogo pale, sawa. See it, I just go out that way, go out because of torture, go out because of abduction, go out a certain way. I just want to die surrounded by family, not to die being scared and afraid. That is not the kind of death that I think anyone wants to go. Now, what I was trying to say when I said that, Bwana Justin Muturi, I'm going to read again. I said, I was lucky to reach the president who ordered my son's release, but what about those who can't? And namkumbuka hapa, Kim alikuja akasema ya kwamba at Justin Muturi anapigia Nudin Haji, sawa, anakuja aenda wanafungulia mtoto wake, but mimi ama any other common citizen anapigia Nudin Haji. Do you get that? Haji kabisa kuja kusaidia. In fact, and I remember we used to say that I just can't, sisi kuchukua wewe Felix na watu wa kwetu tuchukue tu gari tuende mpaka State House to question the president. You can't do that. Okay, just a random morning or a random afternoon or evening to go question the president. So like how watu ambao wameuliwa walikuwa kidnapped ama abducted for 40 days, yes, now wanaanza kuwapia mwili moja. Their families couldn't have called Nudin Haji.
I want you to show you a certain picture here.
Okay.
It is a very short picture.
Okay.
Before bed tonight, try this 7-second brain trick to help attract.
Wow. My dear.
Yes.
How do you think the families, acha families za wale ambao wamekufiwa, the families of those who don't know their people mahali wapo,
Okay.
how are they feeling right now?
That simple video. Inaonyesha vile one of the CSs, what can we call them? Muturi. Akienda huko ni city mortuary. Kujaribu kuhudhuria huko. You know, I think he is a parent, okay? And truly, yeye kama mzazi, it is very easy for him to feel that pain. It is very easy for him to take that issue as a parent, you know, and is now trying to call upon the help of the government so that if possible they could come up with a solution about the death. No one is trying to foster the program of killing, either through supporting it, through mouth or money or I don't know what, but it is just coming as a surprise which is very negative. We don't know who is totally funding the program, but the fact is people are now being psychologically tortured, more so the family members of those people who are now dead. It is going to bring trauma for those people who are not yet maybe found, but now the family members are already,
unajua already sasa washaanza kujijazia mambo fulani.
Yes.
Already saa hii wako like sasa kama wale unajua obviously they waliungana mikono.
The family members are stressed.
You know when you go something like when you go through a post-traumatic thing with people, unaendaga unashikana na wale watu, mnashikana mnakuwa pamoja, si ndio? And right now I know those women ama those families walikuja wakaungana pamoja ili kutiana nguvu, ili kuombezana wote, si ndio? And right now unakuja unaona that family wamepata mwili, the other wamepata mwili. So who are we? Hata si pia tungoja mwili. Hata pia si wenyewe tungoja mwili, unaona? So I think it is really traumatic for these people. Really traumatic and so bad. Tafadhali like natumai mtachukua you will listen to CS Muturi because he is a person who has gone through it. Sawa? He's a person who has gone through this kind of hurt, this kind of anxiety, this kind of everything. And tafadhali tunamsikiza pale na ndamoma bwana producer after Felix anatabia maneno yake matatu aweze kutuchezea ile video ya bwana Muturi akiongea. Tashukuru sana. Yes, Felix.
Yes. Another thing, as I said, nobody is trying to support this issue of killing. We are also in the need of seeing our brothers and sisters prospering in the country, in their life. We want to see our brothers and sisters doing what Zulfa, contributing in the country. The moment you take one life, that is the moment we lose. That is the moment we lose one of some energies, some brains that could help in a certain field.
Yes.
The moment we lose 2 or 3, that is the same case. I'm not looking upon my country, Kenya, and not even as an individual, but we as Kenyans. We are not supposed to focus on a Kenya whereby we are fearing about maybe life. You know,
yes,
human life si kama ya kuku, si kama ya ng'ombe. We were created to take control of all other creatures, despite how big those creatures will be. You know, so death is not supposed to be part of what we are supposed to think about.
Yes. It's
you
not,
know,
it shouldn't be part of everything that we are doing.
There is some news coming from somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm receiving something.
Oh, thank you, sorry.
And they are calling and I'm live.
Okay.
So
msipige
kwanza.
Yeah, msipige kwanza. Tutawaambia time ya kupiga. So that you can contribute. But my brothers and sisters, wenye mko hapo nje, I'm just asking a very simple question. What are we going to do in order to avoid these death cases? Please, will you mind if you can keep some boundaries when it comes to our public speeches, when it comes to our actions, mostly when we are trying to talk about some social issues? Or what do you think maybe are we supposed to employ for a well-being and a good coexistence as we proceed with the rest of these remaining years? Maybe God alikuwa ametupatia. I'm not looking forward to seeing anybody perishing because of his mouth, because of his actions, because of what? natamani Mungu akuchukue na kifo yake. Unaona?
Yes.
At some point, Zulfa,
Yes.
through these abduction cases, let me tell you the truth, at some point it might be. Nisionge hivyo nilete mbio because you are totally sensitive na ninakuogopa by the way.
Awe.
But I'm trying to say at some point it might not be the police or the government to be responsible. Who are responsible, you know. It might not. Please, I'm using might. I don't want anybody to beat me.
Then who might it be?
I'm talking. If you don't mind, please give me time. It might not be the government or police who are responsible. And at some point, you might find that some of the competitors of these people, of whom we don't know, you know, they are using this current situation to take they are taking advantage of this situation, maybe to kill their colleagues, either through jealousy, you know. Maybe they are some of the colleagues, maybe they are working together with, they have seen the potential of this person. Now they are fearing that now the person might get some appreciation, and if possible the person to be given a good promotion, to be granted a promotion. But like now it has come to some point whereby these people, they are planning on how to eliminate this person. You know, now but it will remain to be the government is what it will be. It is going to remain the government is blame, you know. But now that we don't know the occupation of these abductees, abductees, I mean, sorry, we don't know the occupation of them. We don't know how what they contributed seriously, what contributed seriously to their abductions. We are not supposed to make judgment that the government is responsible or the police is responsible. But I'm sorry, nisiudhi mtu yeyote hapo nje tafadhali. I am also touched with the death of these juniors because they are very young, they are of our age, and we really need to survive for the better tomorrow. But now let us try to look for the best way to know what is really going on, despite the DCI and other things. Our adoptees, kuna kitu yenye waliongea social media, kuna kitu yenye walijaribu kupost, kuna kitu yenye walijaribu kufanya in public, wakaonekana wakiwa kwa soko elsewhere. Please, at least tufanye nini tujue. Now please, I'm just apologizing. I might not speak something that can make sense to some of the individuals, but we really need to know the solution. What will be the solution of this? Unaona? Tusiweke blame tu hapa upate kumbe mali tumeka blame ni kwingine tofauti. Zulfa, do you remember there is a case whereby a certain guy who was taking his son to school was stabbed to death? What if that maybe that guy could be taken by a brobox and maybe found death somewhere else? Bado tungesema like ni government ilimuabduct. Ati yeye sawa basi, hebu nieleze vile ungesema ni government na inge contribute aje.
Peter Kimani anatuambia, good afternoon Zulfa and Felix of Mkofine. Leo uko Lovo Human Rights Organization claim they have some information from Morgue's official that the other that the other two bodies may be there. How comes from 18 deck to dates? Aujiambiwa the other two bodies, mbona basi kama zimekoga pale mbona hujasema hiyo?
No, ukisoma hiyo message vizuri, ukisoma hiyo message ya Peter vizuri, anasema maybe there.
Yeah, na maybe there tunasema gaje hapa. Rumors sometimes ziko tu pale kwa kweli. Rumors ziko tu hapo. So bwana producer anatuchezea video ya Mr. Muturi aki condemn government kuhusu kidnapping, because sasa hatuko same man, hatuko same.
And I called the press conference on the 12th of January. I ended by saying that this matter, if left unchecked, can plunge this country into chaos and anarchy, and called for a national dialogue, or indeed a commission of inquiry to inquire into these gruesome murders, and be told whether there is a policy. I'm not aware of it. I sit in government. I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings. And it is not right that parents like these ones and relatives can stay for periods in excess of 40 days looking for their loved young ones. And we sit somewhere claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for? This matter needs to be taken with the seriousness that it deserves. And you know, I said, I was lucky that when my son was abducted, I was able to reach the president, and he immediately ordered Nuruddin Haji to release him. And Nuruddin, went ahead and released him. How about these parents and relatives who cannot reach the president? It is something that is so serious that we must shelve all other things that we are doing, because I do recall that during the campaigns, we went around the country saying that abductions, extrajudicial killings would never happen at our watch. But now it is happening. It has been happening, and we are trying to normalize it. As we are here, mourning and grieving about these four who have gone missing. We are also aware that 2 young men were killed in Nakuru. In circumstances that are very clear that those involved are security personnel. I want to say we cannot be told that the police do not know. Our police is known to be one of the most efficient in this region. And therefore, if they wanted to crack this matter and bring the culprits to book, it will be a matter of just a few days or hours. So I'm calling upon everybody in government, and more so particularly because ultimately responsibility must belong to somebody. We say the buck must stop somewhere. In this case, the president is the president of the Republic of Kenya, head of government, and commander-in-chief of all defense forces. Therefore, Mr. President, I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised, killings, extrajudicial killings, and an open inquiry to examine, inquire into how these things have been happening. We cannot make it normal. We know that these are very young lives that have been taken away. What do you think the parents of these young ones are feeling? Everybody must bear must put themselves in the shoes of these parents and relatives who have been agonizing. Did they enjoy Christmas? They could not, when everybody else was enjoying their Christmas. Surely, this must be something that we must take to the next level, where we must involve in a commission of inquiry, which must include people from all sectors. The Law Society should come up, be part of that commission of inquiry, religious groups, and the civil society groups like Amnesty International and others. Kenya Human Rights Commission, all of them, they should be involved in that commission, because we want the truth, and to put an end to this, we cannot take it as business as usual anymore, because I can just put myself in the hearts and the minds of these parents. You've seen one of the fathers here is not even able to appear because of the agony that is been taken through for the last 40 days. It is not normal. We must now address this matter with finality, with a view to getting to the root cause of these abductions and extrajudicial killings. Thank you.
Question to you, CS.
Yeah.
Before the same comes in, I have a question for you and a question to Senator Manzo, who represents the family. For you, this is clearly a government that has failed to protect its people. A government under whose reign people are disappearing and found dead. You serve in this government, and if you still sit in the government, many years from now, your name will also be mentioned as one person who was in this government. Are you contemplating at any time to resign from government? A second question, even as you answer that, to Senator Manzo. Senator, previously,
yes,
as you represent the families,
yes,
on the dates of the disappearances of these Kenyans,
yes,
June 17th, 16th, and 18th of December, yes, and the dates where these matters were reported to the police, there's over a week. The police yesterday told the court that these matters were reported to the 26th.
yes.
Why did it take that long? Yet you know the period that is allowed before a missing person report is booked at any police station.
Let me say the issue of resignation, not resignation, is a signed issue. You know, it suffices that I sit in government and I'm calling on government. I'm calling on government. The head of government is the president. This matter must be discussed. We cannot just say that you are in government or the other. No. Everybody who is involved must come out. And you know, government exists, among other things, to protect their lives and property of the citizens. These are citizens whose lives have been taken at a very young age. I mean, the issue of resignation or not, this is such a side issue. It suffices that I've made my point, that whoever wants to listen, and you have noticed, I have refused to respond to those side things about some people, you know, who have been told, sent there to go and say this and this. You know, I'm not going there. This is a very serious matter, you know, and actually it should take the anger of this country, because why are we allowing young boys and girls to be kidnapped, only later to be found killed? Surely, what kind of country are we? And we are pretending to be solving issues in DRC? This is a very serious issue. I mean, the number of people that have died are so many that it should prick the conscience of any right-thinking leader in this country. That's my position. Let me not take a casual response to your very, very important question, because the reason why I'm proposing open commission of inquiry, including all relevant stakeholders in this country, is so that we can go to the root cause. And therefore, and you know, the result, it would be recommendations which are actionable. So let me not jab the gun to respond one way or other about that. Suffices that that is my proposal. Others are at liberty to make their suggestions as well. Thank you.
Yes, on the matter of disappearances from that particular day, I want to confirm we were representing families like the father of Billy Mwangi, whose son was found, and quite a number of others, including Bernard Kavule. They have been threatened that if they ever say what happened, they will be dead. There is also, you know, Bob Jaggi and his team. And we have also got the Miss MCA from Wanjia. So this story is big. But one thing which comes, even from parents who go to police station to the report, they are first harassed, they are threatened. They ask who went to the press, who talked about this. So, you know, even if you are investigating and you are already terrorizing the evidence, then you come to court and say, you know, we are unable to receive evidence from the public. You have terrorized them. How will they write a statement with you? So I want to agree with the senior citizen and, you know, a cabinet secretary in this country, who is also a very senior lawyer, that we need an urgent public of inquiry, serious one, so that everybody can now feel free to come and talk publicly, so that even the former abducted people can come and talk, so that Gaido can come and say how he was bundled in a pro box in a police station. How then will the IG deny that he has no idea? The investigators should be at current police station finding out who are these police and what communication they had with these wounded people to bundle Gaido in a pro box. So it's also, I also want to call upon Kenyans, those who have evidence that are bold enough, please give it to the police. So when OBs were written, the families were actually mishandled, meaning the police knew very well what they were doing. And unfortunately, this information can only come in a public of inquiry so that everybody heals. We agree, unfortunately, they have been killed. Others have been abducted. And by the way, the young abductees who have come out have said that they felt that at some point they were in a military confinement. That's why the IG has no business with the military. So this story is bigger. We want them to come and tell us, and we want to follow and find out. As they say, in the military confinement was a place they were recovering from the beatings they got from the other building, which is not a police station. So something very illegal is happening in this country, and I really want to ask all Kenyans to be concerned and to ask the president what is happening, because he's the one in charge of security of this country.
Let me just close by saying this. I want to make this one appeal, that regardless of your position in society, in government, in the security sector, remember, whatever you are doing, one day you may have to answer for it personally. You hold or you carry personal responsibility. Those of them that may not be clear should be reminded about the Nuremberg trials. You cannot be excused for obeying illegal orders from wherever they may be from. So people and Kenyans, please, those of you, I've seen many of you have taken pictures. Make sure that those pictures you take, store them safely, even in the cloud. One day in this country, you may find that those pictures you have taken may be the answer to this intriguing situation that we are going through in this country. Thank you very much.
So very briefly, I'll just brief you on what we are doing here today. We have the 4 families. Just to clarify, Mlolongo, it's Mlolongo 4, not Mlolongo 3. These 4 who were abducted, they all know each other. They were actually friends. So 3 of them were abducted on 17th, and then they came back and picked Mbisi, the 4th one, or the day after. So it's Mlolongo 4 colleagues, not Mlolongo 3. 2, Justus and Martin, their fingerprints were taken, and of course the message was sent to their rural home, as Wakili has said. That information came to light yesterday. The other two, we have information that the other two might be here. But the morgue attendants have asked us for time because there are very many bodies. So they're trying to locate on those dates those two whose features might resemble these other two colleagues. But the four families are here together. We are hoping that once everything has been confirmed, then we'll move to the post-mortem process. The bodies are not in very good shape. They appear to have been mutilated. Even you can't really tell from the look on the faces only, you can't really identify who they are. It's the fingerprints and probably the DNA. So tomorrow, hopefully, we will be able to confirm if the other two are also here, but we are working closely with the morgue attendants to help us do that. They've asked us to come back tomorrow. But I echo the sentiments of the leaders who are here, that, we have made killings and disappearances too normal in this country. Every other day, there is a report of a disappearance. Even as we are here, there is a family that has reported to us that they are looking for their father who went missing on Tuesday this week. We are still, searching. But we are asking Kenyans to speak up, to raise their voices so that we can end this practice of extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances in our country. And we hope the leaders who are in office, those who are responsible, particularly the security agencies, it can't be normal that armed people in broad daylight using fake number plates are picking our people left, right, and center, and then you tell us you don't know. That cannot be true. If it quacks like a duck, it is a duck. This means these people are operating, most probably, with the authority and permission.
Sky High Mascara. Now boarding, limitless length and volume. Maybelline, New York.
First and foremost, I think this is murder most foul. What has been described by Honorable Manzo is something quite gruesome. And I think it is only fair that at this point in time, the country should shelve all other business they have to discuss this matter of abductions and extrajudicial killings. When I called the press conference on the 12th of January, I ended by saying that this matter, if left unchecked, can plunge this country into chaos and anarchy, and called for a national dialogue, or indeed a commission of inquiry to inquire into these gruesome murders and be told whether there is a policy. I'm not aware of it. I sit in the government. I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings.
Okay, tumeweza kuwasikiza wale watu, and there's this one point ambayo imenikumba sana. Your point that the bodies cannot be identified because they have been mutilated, and it is sad. Before I give it to you, I'm gonna read a comment pale ya Peter Kimani. Peter anasema, at Felix, even the second body has been at the morgue was rumors. So here we are at the morgue. Even the body found at Ruto River started with one body, then two body, and was found at the same place, same scripts. So ukisikia rumors wakisema eti kwamba hiyo mwili unaweza kuwa pale,
and just keep quiet. Nafaa kutulia.
Because uko hapo. Ilianza tu kama rumors, then unakuja unapata kwamba uko hapo unapokata. Sawa? So tell me. Mwili, they're not identified. So those people were really tortured. How watu will get tortured and tortured and tortured? Sana. Mpaka they cannot even be identified. Ni fingerprint and DNA. What do you think they went through before they died?
So they died. Okay, the torture they were tortured beyond recognition, or what is the
mutilated body na maana alikuwa amekatakatwa, unapata maybe hakuna vidole fulani, so that torture must be. Nilisema jana sawa, the brain your brain, akili yako ndio everything kwa mwili yako. Without your brain you're nothing. Hivyo. And when you go through so much intense trauma or pain, your brain shuts down. So I'm gonna think about jambo they were shot or anything. I think akili yako inasikia hiyo pain, inasikia pain, ikifika place ina short wire, ina shut down, ndio uache kusikia pain. And the moment your brain shuts down, you're gone. So and that's why yesterday I was asking before to manage the show, do you think these people are tortured until wanafika place they can't do anything? Like pain imezidi mpaka hata hawajiwezi, akili tu inajifunga, and that's how they die. Ama they are tortured intentionally to die, you know.
Anyways, hapo nayo truly I cannot even answer your question because I have an idea concerning the way they were handled there. But the fact is, washaenda, and we really need to know the way forward, what should be done, how the family will be compensated. Sasa ukikuwa compensated watarudisha life
haiwezi. Sisi nakwambia sisi, when you lose someone, sawa, when you lose someone that is close to you, na upewe hata 10 million, yes, you utakula hii pesa, lakini you will never be able to bring back that person. Let me tell you, once I was talking to someone and we talked about what if they die, like alikuwa anda kupanda ndege, sawa, and I'm talking on your point exactly, like alikuwa anda kupanda ndege na nikamuuliza what if ufanyikiwe and God forbid, like ile ndege ya Ethiopia, ile Boeing ya Ethiopia miaka iliyopita, and I'm given 25 million for you because you died, like that I didn't take off, you just died there. And I thought I was like, I just want this person here, I don't want the money, because I want them to eat that money with them, I want to enjoy that money with them. So afadhali akuwe hapa than akuwe hayupo. So hata wata get compensated aje, wakiget kupewa nini, bado still it's really painful for them. That is according to me. Ama wewe unaweza prefer pesa? Ule unaambia ukiambiwa saa hii like babako ashutiwe na upewe 300 billion, unaweza kubali? Wengine wanasema I'll shoot even my entire family. Would you do that?
Unajua somebody mwenye anaweza sema shoot even my entire family, it is somebody mwenye maybe hakuwahi kuwa na matamshi mazuri na familia yake tangu utotoni hadi vile maybe amekuja kuzeeka. But for somebody mwenye ako in his good psychological senses na maybe ana shida yote na familia yake na mwenye anaelewa ni nini umuhimu wa familia, that person can easily even stone you. Even before you finish talking what you are talking about, the person anaweza kuwa either ametoka mahali huko ama either mshakosana immediately. So I'll never support it that now even though maybe mtu ashakufa, compensation money iko. You understand? Compensation money will never be the answer. Will this money last forever?
This money will not last forever.
Will never. I'm pleading for mercy over the youths. You know, please, if this message inafikia watu, this is my word. Please, kama maybe wenye walihusika kwa kifo cha hawa vijana ni magoons, maybe si hata serikali, a day will come when they will be recognized. You know, na maybe kama wenye walihusika kwa kifo cha hawa vijana wanajulikana na wanaeleweka mahali wako, then please let the other people remaining to not die, you know, because please don't increase that rate. Don't increase that rate until the some of the circumstances which are avoidable. Ama niaje Zulfa?
Yes.
You know, unajua sahi the death of those people wenye wamejulikana wakiwa wamekufa imeleta trauma vibaya sana na machozi kwa familia zao. Maybe they were people who were mostly dependent upon. The family depended on those people. Hakuna kitu mbaya kama mzazi kuzika mtoto wake.
It is not meant to be that. It is not meant to be that.
At this age. At this age. Na yule siasa ulisikia anasema yeye alikuwa na nguvu na namna ya kuongea na president direct, si ndio?
Yes.
Now if this is the case, if the problem which is prevailing kitu yenye imehusika ni serikali. Kama ni serikali ilikuwa advantage kwa Muturi, maybe it was an advantage kwa Muturi kufanya nini? Kupiga simu direct kijana akafunguliwa, si ndio?
Yes. But wale wenye hawawezi fanya hivyo.
Hao wengine wenye hawawezi wafanye. What can they do to avoid the death of their loved ones? Please, what about to assume like si serikali? Alafu serikali provide security. Nimeongea shit Zulfa.
No, you're making point. Everything ambayo unasema ina make point. Let me tell you, it makes sense, yes? Because na alivyosema ndio hivyo tunajiuliza, like wale ambao hawawezi basi, wale hawawezi kwenda kupigia president na kupigia Nudina aje aende ka release, hao nao basi hao nao basi hao ai
sorry.
What about those? What about those ones who can't? Let me tell you, it's not a good situation. Yaani vitu unaangalia hivi unaona vile pale. Umesikia mpaka baba yule hawezi kuja hata pale mbele sababu amekumbwa na majonzi. Yaani seriously, we should I'm going to say let us have peace, because someone says that the moment you continue to say let us stop war, you're still talking about war. What about you say let there be peace? Let there be peace. Like let there be peace in Kenya and harmony. My dear, hebu ambia watu kitu kidogo.
This is my message to the deceased family. Please take heart and everything will be okay. I know everything won't be okay, because it could be okay maybe if they could maybe receive their son back while okay. But take heart. Yeah, it is not easy, but I'm just maybe urging you to take heart. Now please, for those people who are able to make somebody go forever and the person cannot come back, naomba tafadhali mjaribu kukuwa na roho mzuri za kuspea mwanadamu. Unaona? Za kuspea mwanadamu. And if really these deaths are not, if the government is not responsible to this death, please, may the legal action to be taken for peace, love and harmony according to the national anthem to take place. Let us not foster death. Tusitafutie watu wengine kifo. Wacha kila mtu akufe kifo yake. Yes.
Yaani kuna vitu zingine Felix na happen you think about things to say, you think about what to say, and you have nothing to say. Honestly, you like wenyi watazamaji mnavofeel ndo sisi pia tunavofeel hapa studio. And as you know, actually I'm just trying not to start crying. Sawa? Najaribu sana jichunge kabisa, sitaki kuanza kulialia sana. But it's not good. Kuna enzi ambazo tushaziacha mapema, tushatoka huko. Sasa kuregelea tena inakuwa inashtua. And making deaths of young people to be political, seriously, it's not good.
Anyway, I believe that a day will come when we shall be living peacefully without this kind of issues. But it hurts though.
You know, kuja nasema these are some of the days that nakaaga hivi. And I just want to go to sleep. And maybe when I wake up, things will be different.
Anyway,
There are any like
Zulfa.
Yes.
I have no any information about the dead. One of the, I don't know. I don't have any information about these people who are missing, even though 2 already found dead. I don't know maybe what could make them be abducted. What is their occupation according to the rumors?
We don't know. They were just friends, colleagues. That is what they say. Wale nini? Kwani nini sasa? You're like nini ilifikia mpaka hapo? Nini imefikia mpaka sasa you have to abduct these people and go kill them? Mpaka mwende mkujie mwingine. Na watu waga marafiki. Mpaka mwende. Which means those ones were really tortured mpaka wakamtaja huyo Mbese ambaye unasikia ndo alikujia wa mwisho. Hai. Felix, na mambo tu mambo mawili matatu ni alafu useme jina lako tumalizie show ndo tukuje show ya jioni baadaye.
Who is that one person mwenye anatuwatch anaweza tamani kupiga simu at least apeane maoni yake at least before tufunge, tusipate tumefungia mtu. Namba ni 0741623489 0741623489. Hebu piga simu ujaribu kusema maoni yako. Unaweza piga simu, unaweza text, alafu mimi nitaisoma comment yako. Kama sahi tunapata one of the fans anasema Justin Muturi amelima kaongo kama shamba la njugu. I'm not interested in kulimana, I personally, but I am interested kuona watu wakiishi maisha marefu. Alafu na nyinyi youths mahali mko, tafadhali mahali tu mpo, please remember respecting somebody who is in authority ni kitu ya maana. Kama ni kuandamana, tuandamane kwa njia inayofaa. Anyway, 0741623489. Kama maybe uko na maoni ambayo ungetamani sana kushare na Kenya News Alert TV kuhusiana na vifo vya mapema and any other abduction any other abduction point you may have, you are free to share with us, either kwa SMS nitaisoma baadaye we discuss, ama unaweza piga call to direct. Zulfa, mimi unajua ni kama sina nguvu, kwa sababu when it comes to death I don't feel good when I can hear death that somebody is no more.
No one is happy. No one is happy about death. No one is happy. It's really you unasema untimely death, untimely premature death. No one is happy. Inanimaliza nguvu. Inafanya inanifanyishia you lose hope sometimes with people. You lose hope kabisa na watu, especially when you see these kind of things happening. You're like, tushatoka huku, sasa what's up, why we going back there? We promise, umesikia Mr. Muturi sema we promise ya kwamba hatufanyi haya mambo anymore. Now here we are doing the same shit, and this is not good.
If I may read some of the SMSs that I have received. There is somebody saying, Nairobi City Mortuary, its management and the county government are complicit in the abduction and killing of Kenyans. How is that the bodies of the men from Lolongo have been there since 18th December, and when families visited the facility they couldn't find them? It is clear the management is the cahoots with the abductors and must be held to account. Do you agree with this, with that statement?
That they must be brought to account. The Morgue people. I think wanafaa kusema mwili umetoka wapi. Kwani imetoka wapi, by the way?
I don't know completely. I don't know what I can say. Another message. I sit in government and I am not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings. It is not right that parents and relatives can stay for periods in excess of 40 days looking for their loved ones, and you sit somewhere claiming that you are discussing matters of the economy. Economy for who, if you are killing and abducting the young ones? Hiyo economy yenye ilikuwa inadiscussiwa wenyewe ndio wanakufa. Sasa itabaki kwa ya nani wakiisha kabisa? Itakuwa ya nani? Itabaki kwa ya nani hiyo economy? I know many young people complain about corruption, but they themselves are just waiting for an opportunity to be corrupt. Hiyo ni message ya Kindiki. Anasema I know many young people complain about corruption, but they themselves are just waiting for an opportunity to be corrupt.
Felix.
Kuna message nyingine.
Okay, sawa.
How is it possible that you are the national chairperson of UDA, you are a UDA governor, and your party leader, the president, comes to your hometown and is heckled? Why should we have you on board? Why should we have you on board? Kithure Kindiki ndiye alikuwa anauliza. Kithure Kindiki is wrong. How was the governor to stop people from expressing themselves to the president, Nelson Havi? Another message. I know many young people complain about corruption, but they themselves, nishasoma hiyo. You can work in Dubai and visit your home every 3 months, every 6 months, or every 1 year. In fact, from Dubai to Nairobi, you will reach here faster than a person who works in Mombasa and comes from Kapsabet. You, Governor Cecily Mbarire, are the national chairperson of UDA. Your party leader, President Ruto, comes to your hometown and he is heckled. Why should we have you on board? You are accusing the UDA chairperson of orchestrating the heckling in Embu. Yet you claim to be the kingpin of Mount Kenya East, where Embu belongs. If anyone should step down first, it's you. I'm telling you the truth. Nikisikia like there is somebody mwenye amekufa mahali kwa sababu labda ya kutolewa uhai na mtu mwenzake, huwa ninachokanga sana. Ikuwe ni Al-Shabaab wamekuja wameattack majeshi, sijui ni nini. Ikuwe ni wezi wamekuja wameua shopkeeper somewhere. I don't like it, by the way. Let us stand with our own real life. Tuachane na maisha ya watu wengine tafadhali. This is Felix Andrew Plains and Felix. I really thank you guys for joining us, and we wanna go for a short break and we shall be back. Thank you so much.
Na mimi ni dada yenu, naitwa Zulfa. Nashukuru sana kwa kutujoin. We shall be here by saa 10:30, almost to 5. We shall be back here for the last show. You know, Leo is on a Friday. Sawa. Felix, so una mourn. Okay? Felix, you're mourning and you say leo nilikuwa nimesema ndawapeleka wapi? Mpaka sasa niko like tutaenda ama tuenda kwa tuenda kumona watu wengine. Tutafanya aje Felix? Before we finish. Hebu niambie.
Unajua Zulfa? I'm sorry, but ukiamua kunipeleka, it will be part of making me forget. Anyway.
Okay, so we are still on for that. Ama by the time next show utakuwa uko na nguvu sasa, si ndio? So okay, watu wangu, I continue to wish you Jumaa Mubarak. Alafu tupatane kwenye show ya mwisho, that is saa 10:30 almost to 5, okay? Tumalizie Friday, and then wale ambao walisema tunaenda tuende tukamsalimie Joy huko Sabina. Si ndio? Bye bye.